go kinda stocky, homie. Nigga, you a hater if you tell me I ain't poppin', homie.
Yo, so it's Jumpman T with Twisted Torch TV, and I'm back again. The Atlanta Falcons season starts in 7 days. Well, it might be 6 or 5 days, depending on when I drop it, but we are finally here. The 2020 season is getting ready to go underway. Today, I'm just going to do a defensive breakdown, discuss who will be the starters, discuss what our plans are for week 1, and who are the matchups we're going to have to worry about for week 1. So if we break it down, we're going to start with the defensive line, then middle linebackers, then the secondary. As far as the defensive line, we already know this year it has to be about QB pressures, hurry-ups, and actually get into the QB with sacks. Takk McKinley, Grady Jarrett, Dante Fowler, Marlon, we all have to get to the QB. It has to be a joint effort. If we're willing to make plays and make sure that no offense will be able to take advantage of our secondary, we have to get to the QB as fast as possible. 2 to 3 seconds. We cannot have these QBs having 5 or 6 seconds chilling in the pocket, lounging, letting them be able to call their moms, call their girlfriends, make up plays, people just running them. We don't need none of that. We need to have these QBs hurried so we can get errant throws, so we can get QB hits, so we can also get turnovers. When we get turnovers, that shows a different dynamic to the game. And as you know, when you get turnovers, you give the offense more chances to score points. No more of that going for 30 points on us. We're not taking that. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a joint effort from the defensive line to the linebackers to the secondary. I expect Dante Fowler to have at least 10 sacks this year. I expect Takk to have in the range between 8 to 10. He's on a contract year, so I love it. I love the energy he's coming to practice with. I'm expecting big things from that defensive line. I haven't even discussed Grady Jarrett. We know Grady is going to come in, stop the run, get tackles for losses, and that's going to make us either be able to blitz the QB or force the QB to throw screens on 3rd down. When you get tackles for losses, there's not too many plays you can run. So it has to be screens or long passes, and when you have so much time, like when it's 3rd and 17, that gives our defensive line more chances to make plays. As far as the linebacking position, we know it's going to be led by Deion Jones. I'm expecting big, impactful plays from Deion Jones, like his rookie year or like last year. 2017, he was good. Like, all turnovers for Deion Jones can result in touchdowns. We all know that. Deion Jones has the speed to be able to read the field. He's versatile. He can stop the run and he can play coverage. So that's one dynamic we have to our linebacking core. And when we add Okuna compared to Devondre Campbell, I feel like that's going to be better matchups versus tight ends. Okuna is faster, he's bigger, he's about 6'2", and he's played a lot of snaps in the past 2 years. So this is his coming out party. So I expect him to be able to go in with Deion Jones and read the field, stop running backs from running plays, stop screens. Our defense is basically up there to where if you run lateral, you won't make plays versus us. The only way to beat us is running right up the middle, because our linebackers are kind of, smaller, but they're faster. But Deion Jones is picked up about 5 pounds. Okuna is better than Devondre Campbell to me, personally, because I just know he has like a safety IQ. He came from a Ivy League school, so that means he knows how to dissect plays quicker. I'm also liking the rookie Walker. I feel like he's going to be the weak side linebacker, number 43. I think he adds another dynamic to the linebacking core because he also can rush the passer He used to play DN a little bit in college, so he was playing linebacker, DN, and he's been able to put his hands on the football every chance he get. He was actually running with the first team in a couple practices. So that shows me Dan Quinn and Raheem Morris can see that he is able to get more turnovers, and that's what our defense needs. Because sometimes when you give up plays and you stop teams from making touchdowns and force field goals because of that speed on the field, it just it makes the defense run by smoother. And I think when we're talking and making up, with Carter Allen, he's going to be able to tell people where to line up at. I haven't even got to the secondary yet, but that's like another captain to our defense. And we had captains this year, and Ricardo is going to always be a captain because people look up to him. Let's go ahead and drop back to that secondary. That's the main thing we're probably worried about as far as our defense, because we have Keanu Neal coming back, and we're trying to go ahead and add in another element for that 3-safety set. That big nickel where you have Ricardo and you can have Keanu Neal in the box, and you have DeMonte Casey in the back end. DeMonte Casey is going to be that type of person that he's able to get left and right fast. He's able to dissect what the quarterback is planning to throw. So if you're planning on throwing that post route, he knows he has to be there in cover 3. He has the middle of the field. And with Keanu Neal also, it stops receivers from running inside because they're having to guess. They have to think like, is he gonna kill me on this play? Is he gonna put me in the concussion protocol? And when you have those players in that box like that, it just changes where cornerbacks have to play. The corner just has to worry about out routes and fly routes. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about slants and posts and inside crossing routes because they know that our secondary is going to be there to lay that lumber. I think that's probably our weakest part is the corners. But I feel like A.J. Terrell is really stepping up in camp. He's guarding the ones. He's guarding Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones on a daily basis. You can't get any more competition than that. Julio Jones pretty much has every attribute as far as a receiver, so you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting Michael Thomas, you're getting DeAndre Hopkins, you're getting people that you can guard. Calvin Ridley is a shifty person. He's able to run routes. I like the guy from the Vikings, I'm talking about number 19. I think Adam Thielen, he is very cold. He's very cold at good routes, good routes. But Calvin really kind of reminds me of Stephon Diggs, the way he's able to cross people up, slow them down, stop routes, everything like that. So he's getting the best of both worlds. He's able to guard anybody. And just seeing the matchup that we're going up against in the Seattle Seahawks, we know they're going to try to throw the DJ, number 14, every chance they get. And A.J. Terrell's going to have to be ready to step up. We're going to give him help. It's going to be cover 2-man or 2-man under. That way we'll have a safety on McCreef as well. We're not going to let him kill us. That's not going to be the game plan. They also have Olsen, so they're going to try to attack us with the tight ends. But we just really have to be prepared for Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson, if you don't get pressure on him, he's going to sit back there. He's like a ballerina. He's able to get away from pressure, avoids it, and he's just going to throw them down. And when you have a guy like Lockett, number 16 for that team, he goes across the field. He's speedy, and that was one thing about adding Denard and having Kendall Sheffield. He gave Kendall Sheffield a lot of problems in week 9 last year. We couldn't guard Lockett for nothing, and Russell Wilson was throwing it on dime to him every time, and it was good coverage, but Lockett was just making plays. So we just have to do a better job of boxing him in and getting to Russell Wilson early. That's why all 3 of the defensive secondary layers is pillows. So you just have to peel that pillar back and make sure you stop every time they try to do anything. We all know Russell Wilson can run the ball, can pass the ball, can do whatever he pretty much wants. So we're going to have to do 2-man spy. We're going to have to stop the running backs when they run out the backfield or when they run at us, because they're going to try to run at us. That's our weakness. And if we're able to stop the run early, it forces Russell Wilson to only pass. And if he's only passing, that gives us a better chance of beating the Seahawks. We just gotta keep it a spade, keep it a stat, keep it a buck, keep it a Riseup. You know how I kick it. But A.J. Terrell, he's gonna be legit. We're going to have to worry about Olsen coming in those seam routes. But we already know Neal and Ricardo are ready to handle that because they're able to guard tight ends. I remember in 2017 when Keanu Neal had guarded Olsen a lot. And Olsen was complaining because Neal was hitting him every time he had touched the football. and he just couldn't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So we already know how to guard Olsen because he came from our division. He played with the Panthers, so we're prepared for that. We just have to guard Lockett and DJ. We have to guard them to the best of our abilities and stop the run. Make sure we keep Russell Wilson in the pocket at every chance we get. Grady Jarrett is going to be key because most QBs don't like pressure in the middle. They can take pressure around, on the outsides of them because they can step up in the pocket. They can still make good throws. But if you're getting that pressure in the middle, and that's why we might also have to put Tack in the middle or put Dante in the middle and do stunts to make sure the offensive line doesn't actually see where the actual pressure is coming from. So I know Raheem Morris is going to make up a good play call. He's going to do everything he can for that game. I expect big things from Deion Jones, from Keanu Neal in this game. I know that it's only going to take 1 or 2 plays. If we get our hands on the football, it's going to stop whatever they're expecting to attack us with. The minute you get quick turnovers with Russell Wilson with the Seahawks, they kind of can still come back, but you have them better when you're up in the beginning of the game compared to the end. Because when they're up, they're going to just run the ball the whole game, and that's one of our weakest points. We don't want to deal with the run. We prefer to force them to pass early, and we're going to have to do that, just hands down. I think Denard is going to get a lot of PT. I feel like he's a starter. I'm not really worried about Oliver when it comes to this week 1 matchup because they don't really have another outside receiver. It's DJ and then it's the slot and Lockett. So I don't think he's going to get that much pressure this time to where he's going to have to be, able to really focus in on his receiver. He's going to be able to play off, play coverage, play zone, all type of things. And DeMonte Casey, I don't know if he's going to get attacked early because people don't really trust going at DeMonte Casey. He's just so quick on the football, man. Like, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get that pass off, because I've seen him in our cover 3. I've seen him play the middle of the field. He's literally came from one side to the other to make an interception. Ricardo Allen's going to make sure he's be there on the spot, call him on the spot Johnny, because he's always there to make plays when we need him the most. He studies film the best, and I think that with Keanu Neal being back in the fold, he doesn't have to stress as much as far as making tackles. I promise you, Keanu Neal will make 10 to 12 tackles a game with no issues, and you don't have to worry about if he's going to miss tackles or if people are going to fake him out. He goes straight for the legs, or he will headshot you hunter. He's a body hunter when it comes to tackling in the middle of the field. So I'm expecting big things from this defense. I think that we're going to do our thing week 1. I'm expecting the score maybe to be in the 30s, 30 to maybe 24, 30 to maybe 26. Every time we play Seattle, it's always a close game. It's always a thriller comeback, some crap like that. It's just crazy. There's so many games like that when it happens to Russell Wilson. So no crowd, as you know. So as much turnovers as we get, as many 3 and outs as we get, we got to make sure we can put pressure on Russell Wilson and get turnovers to give our offense back the ball. Straightforward. This upcoming week, I plan on doing an offensive breakdown just to discuss how we maybe can beat Seattle as far as on our offensive side. Pick your poison, you know how we go. I also will discuss the actual matchups for week 1. I'll probably drop that later on in the week, right before the game. Just to preview the game and say, where our mismatches are, where we're going to attack Seattle, where Seattle might try to attack us. I'm expecting a good game, a good hard-fought game, and I know our team is going to want to turn up for week 1. The game is in our building. I mean, it's going to be no fans, but I'm sure they're going to have some type of crowd noises or something when they're on offense. We're going to play music. Something is going to happen. I've seen Dan Quinn work out his team like that as far as when we did scrimmages. He will have music blasting and stuff like that. And Matt Ryan is good under pressure, so we don't have to worry about that. But tune in. Appreciate all the subscribers that has joined the channel, that's new to the channel. We're going to spice it up a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? We get people in here whenever COVID slows down. I'm planning to do other game matchups. We're going to have a ticket. Each year we got to get the ticket to see other, NFL teams. If you're not if you can't do all NFL, then you're really not a sportscaster. Let's keep it a spade. I can't only do my team, but most of the content will come from my team. So once again, like, subscribe, tell me what you think about the video in the comments. Follow me on social media. That's when I'll be doing my updates at and letting people know who's coming on the show, what I'm planning to talk about, all topics are going to talk. We're going to have it on the channel when it comes to the Falcons, of course. Game breakdowns, preview breakdowns, and you know if we lose, I got to come back on it and tell you about why we lost and what happened. So you're going to get all of this, all 16 games from Jumpman T. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and tell me what you think in the comments. Twisted Torch TV, Jumpman T.